You're good.
In the summertime, we were exploring Mendocino National Forest and made our way towards the peak, or what we saw as the peak, called Anthony Peak. It's the highest point in Mendocino County at 6,958 feet. It's a really cool spot, great views. We took some pictures and chilled there for a little while, and we could see forever. It's a really nice place. On the way back from that location, we saw on the map there was an area called Anthony Ridge. It wasn't that clear to us exactly what the ridge was all about, but we decided to take a chance and head that way. So out along this ridge, it was pretty steep off to one side, but we really couldn't see to what extent. It's a little bit hidden by the trees at first and some rocks. You can see there's a great view. There wasn't a lot of obstacles, just a lot of gravel and, steep inclines, nothing that we were too worried about. We had no idea what was at the end, only that following this path would eventually take us back to the main road that we were headed towards anyway. So every time we come out to do something like this, we always have supplies, food, water, first aid, tools, everything that we might need. The hairier the trip, the longer the trip, the more supplies we take. So we weren't too worried about what would happen while we were out there. But the thing that did concern us was that in the 24 hours that we had been out there, we only saw 2 people the entire time. One was a ranger at the station. The other was a person on the road that pulled us over to the side to ask us where we were from. Apparently, it had only been open for 1 day since being closed for winter, and we just happened to be there. So at the end of this ridge path, there's a hard left turn. To the right is a sheer cliff. Forward is a long, very steep embankment that would be easy to roll down. And there's a big hindrance. There's a rock right below us to one side. It's like the size of a car, but it sticks out from the ground about 13 inches. Makes it really, really tilty when we're trying to get over this and down to finish for this left turn to finish and go down the path. Nothing we couldn't handle. This Jeep seems to thrive on 3 wheels, so I wasn't freaking out too much. But the hairier the situation, the more potty mouth Jen gets. And she's already the queen of the F-bombs, so no surprise.
Sure?
Yes,
oh,
yes,
God.
yes.
Oh my God.
Relax.
Me. Holy.
Ooh, look at that path though. It gets even worse for us.
So after nailing that successfully, we were pretty excited, but that was pretty short-lived because just up the path, I realized that the snow had probably come down this hill all winter long, knocked down trees. There was full-on logs across the path preventing us from going down to the road, unfortunately. So once we realized that, we also realized that now we were going to have to turn around and go back up the way we came. Take a look at these trees. They're growing straight up and down, if that tells you what kind of tilt we're on right now. So when we get back up to this obstacle at the top, Jen's gonna hop out to try to spot me. There's not a lot of room to get the Jeep situated, and it's gonna be important that we be straight lined up for the climb. If we're at all trying to turn and climb at the same time, it's gonna be even more difficult. Problem is there's not a lot of space. If I back up, I could roll back over the cliff. I can't go any further because that's worn away and eroded, and it's literally a cliff. And I'm going to have to go up a little bit over this rock that's kind of jutting up in the air a little bit, which puts me at a tilt. You'll see this first time when I go up it, I'm in 4 high, and thanks to that rock, the angle is such that my front left tire is coming off the ground. So nothing special here. I just decided to let the Jeep do its thing in 4 high. I don't even think I'm aired down. We weren't expecting to do any serious obstacles. We thought it was just going to be another dirt road like the rest of what we had been doing. No big deal.
You're good.
Look at that angle. So I'm not freaking out too much. We have plenty of supplies, and I've got a few tricks up my sleeve. At this point, I put it in 4 low, I locked the rear diff, I lined it up perfectly straight up the hill.
Yeah.
And this time, we had a much better result. And I left Jen at the bottom.